Hello and welcome to the second episode, AJ and Coopey's Movie Musings. Thank you to everyone who watched, rated and commented on the previous parts and the previous episode. Continue to do so. We appreciate any feedback, don't we, Coopey?
Oh, we do indeed.
As you know, Coopey is, as you may have noticed, a set up account, and me and him will try and reply to your messages and comments as often as we can. Okay, so last episode we said we were going to see Shutter Island, and we did. We saw it last night. This is going to be a spoiler-full review because it's one of those movies that you can't really review.
Yeah, we have to talk about it.
Yeah, because most of our points are based on the spoiler
and the stories.
Yeah, you got to. Okay, so yeah, be warned. Okay, I wasn't that keen, and a couple of reasons I wasn't that keen. It was 2 hours and 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long?
2 hours 20 long.
20, okay, that is actually quite long. I thought it was a little shorter than that. No, but it felt it to me, it really felt long, really long. There was moments where Leonardo DiCaprio's, there's a twist in the film where he turns out to be this person they're looking for. And there's a moment where they reveal that, and then the film goes on for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's just like...
And they drag it out and they talk about it and they talk about it. And it's like, ugh. And there's just moments where a little thing is revealed, like some character will walk out of the darkness and go, no, I'm that guy. And it's just kind of like, oh no. It just feels, like something Tarantino would do, not Martin Scorsese, in terms of like taking a genre and taking its more over the top elements and making a film out of it. It doesn't feel like something Martin Scorsese would do. Too much of a genre piece.
In its defence, there are some generally kind of on your edge seat moments.
Yeah.
Especially when they're in the prison, like one of the wards they're walking around where who's the actor who plays Rorschach?
Jackie O'Haley.
Yeah, he's in this scene as like a nutter in the sun. I think it's really well
that's good.
executed scene, that one.
Yeah.
But you keep having flashbacks back to his wife, which he didn't really like.
I didn't like that. They did that way too many times, I think. I think they did that way too many times, and I didn't get where that was going at the point, and I didn't really care. I don't think I cared enough about Leonardo DiCaprio, to be fair.
Well, he did play the part really well. I thought he acted it brilliantly. And his mate. It's hard to really discuss it without spoilers. Cause
we've got
the whole point is, if you're not going to Leonardo DiCaprio is actually a mentalist himself. He is part of he is prisoner 67, who they are looking for. I kind of gathered it when he reads the note saying who is patient 67. I thought, well, it's obviously he will be patient 67. And like Andy was saying with the big reveal at the end, it did drag on far too long. It was like before we found out he was the thing, but then the hallucinations came up, like him shooting Ben Kingsley's character, that he wasn't dead, and it was just, and like his partner ending up being the doctor.
Yeah,
but the way they read was good, because I like the way when they said that they role played the whole, because the whhole film basically is role playing.
It's trying to get him out of his state.
They are role playing. So technically, you're thinking the film's all set up. They've set it all up with him.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like that idea. I think it's a very well thought out twist, but the twist dragged on far too long.
It did. To me, I think they should have cut. There was a scene where he took the woman in a cave. I think they should have cut that out. I don't think it was needed, because it kind of didn't work, because they kind of reinforced the fact he was crazy, even though most people at that point would have figured out what was going on. And it didn't. It worked for his character purpose in terms of him believing there was something going on with the institution. But by the time that happened, I think most people were twigged, and it was kind of like, we'll get on with it then. And also, it was annoying because he was trying to get to this lighthouse, and he kept looking at it, and then he went to the cave, and that was about 20 minutes in, maybe 15 minutes. And it was kind of like, then meeting that woman, talking to her for a bit, and it was kind of like, you wanted him to go to the lighthouse straight away, and then even then there was a bit where he went back afterwards, because he blew up the car, didn't he, to get the chance to go to the lighthouse, and that just seemed to go forever. But I will say one thing I really liked about it was the ending. I thought the ending was really, really clever and really well thought out.
Oh, him on the stairs.
Him on the stairs, he really regresses back. You think, it really reminds me of something a lot, and I think it's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but that might just be because of the setting. But there's some kind of ending to a film that's very much like that. Basically, yeah, he regresses back to the state he was, and the doctors originally thought they made a breakthrough. And you find out he's just still as bonkers as he was before.
In its defence, I probably liked it more than you did.
Yeah.
Because I quite like the setting. There was one scene in the woods I really liked in particular when the storm was.
Oh yeah.
The trees falling over. It was very well shot, and it was very well. The actors, it was a very good cast.
Yeah,
but the problem is, like Andy said, the ending for me was just far too dragged on.
It did drag on.
And it was like I kind of knew what the twist was going to be. It was kind of it's kind of. However, it would be interesting to watch again, because then you'll probably work out because if he is as he says, you probably pick out things. It's a bit like The Sixth Sense, because once you know he's a ghost, when you watch it, you pick up the bits that.
Yeah, I like the stuff with the anagram about the names and all that.
Yeah,
that was good. I just found it really dull, and there was a bit with his wife. I almost said it before, but she keeps going on, and that's annoying. And I don't know if I got the fantasy stuff. I really like that either. So Coopey, you thought it was well acted, and I agree it was well acted.
No, Ben Kingsley was really good. So was Leonardo DiCaprio, and the other doctor, kind of the creepy looking one.
Oh yeah, who was he?
I don't know his name, but he was really good in it.
He reminded me of John Hurt at times.
Yeah. Well, overall, I thought it was an alright film.
Yeah. I think I just expected more from Scorsese, to be honest. I'm not the biggest Scorsese fan, to be fair.
Yeah.
I kind of like his major ones, like from the different decades: Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Departed.
But it's like it's not. He does shy away from his normal filming, like kind of gangsters and mobsters and all that. This is like a psychological horror type film with like a good twist, in my opinion, but a twist that was dragged out for like nearly 20 minutes.
No, I don't think the twist was that good. I think it was too predictable. No,
it was predictable, but it worked for this type of film. I enjoyed the film to what it was. I found it an entertaining visit to the cinema. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably go for 4. I really did like it. I was really bored. Which is a shame, because it started off alright. There was stuff like that warden guy, the prison guard type guy. What was he all about? He said, I'll bite your eye or something ridiculous. It was just creepy kind of characters just placed there, and
well, there was no depth to him, wasn't there?
No depth, no.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So then, so 7 and 4.
A mix there, so.
Yeah, so take your pick. But trust me, no.